I know Matt just told us he won't be active this weekend, but what'd you like out of what you saw from David against the Vikings and just that spark he gave you on punt return?
Well, he's fearless, and a guy with experience catching punts in the National Football League brings that to the table. So he's just fearless. He's not afraid to go get the ball.
Mark Daniels.
Hi, Mo. Good to see you.
Hey, Mark.
Did you get through your week okay? I wanted to ask you how you're feeling and everything went all right with that. And I also wanted to ask you about Bojo. There's just been a couple of inconsistencies down the stretch. Any concern there?
Yeah. First of all, I'm feeling good. Thank you for asking. The Bojo, that last punt or the punt you may be talking about, we had detailed talks about it. It's just little things as far as staying on his line, concentrating on his drop, getting back to the basics, doing the basics or doing boring better for him, which is just the simple things over and over again. Real excited for him this week. I think he's going to have a big week.
Bill Huber.
Hey, Mo, glad you're doing well.
Thanks.
Hey, what do you think of the state of your field goal unit? I know Mason's made, 20-some in a row, but I know you had the drop on the hold the other day, too.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't keep track of the number or the count. We just try to go 1-0 each time we take the field. And each time we take the field, just remind them of their process, of their techniques, their fundamentals. Sort of like what I said with Bojo right now. It's doing boring better. So we just want to rely on the basics and continue to take what's happening on the practice field to the game in that phase.
Matt.
Oh, I don't know if it was just the side of the field he was kicking to on Sunday night, but did you sense a little more oomph in Mason's kickoffs with a couple of those going for touchbacks?
Yes, and I tell you, we're real excited. Anytime we can achieve touchbacks, especially in Lambeau this time of year, is a big feat. So very pleased with that, and I think it's a testament to Mason as far as his strength and conditioning and what he's doing to maintain and keep his body right.
Mark Daniels.
Mo, we got kind of a kick when you brought up the positive Pete stuff, but, you had the field goal issues, you had the coverage issues, you've had some return issues. I guess your perseverance kind of paid off. It just looks like you're a much more complete unit now, and best time of the year to be doing that right now going into the postseason.
Yes, sir, absolutely. It's always been the goal to just steady she goes, just get a little bit better each day. I tell you, it's a testament to the guys. Now, we told them weeks ago when we were going through it, don't read the press clippings, and we're going to tell them now, don't read the press clippings. So just attention to detail, attention to your assignment, attention to your work. Do boring better.
Bill?
Yeah, the drop on the snap the other night, was that just a cold weather thing, or what happened there?
Yeah, we're going to put it on the cold weather. At the end of the day, we can't have that. It's once again a testament to Mason on being able to punch that thing through, because that became a very, very tough kick because the timing was thrown off, and thank goodness Mason had the wherewithal to get it through the H.
Anything else, guys, before we let Coach go? Tom Silverstein.
Hey, Mo, I'm sorry I just got in. I got in a little bit late, but I don't know if anyone asked you about David Moore. They did?
Yes,
okay.
But feel free. I'll answer again.
What my question with him was the comfort with which he catches the ball. Is that something that attracted you? Is that what can make a guy a real reliable punt returner?
Absolutely. I think it starts there first. It starts with giving the ball back to the offense. I tell punt returners, kickoff returners all the time, the ball does not belong to you. That's the team's ball that we're placing you in care of, and you need to make sure you give it back to the greatest show on turf.
Bill?
Yeah, well, how has Amari handled all this? It's obviously been a challenging rookie season for him, and obviously he gets replaced last week. How's he handled the the ups and downs of it all?
I'll tell you what, Amari's fine, and I think, Bill, you asked me a few weeks ago when we were trying to use Randall, and it was calculated to use Randall so Amari could step back and watch it in game, versus film. And I think being able to watch it has helped him. Amari's catching the ball at a high level right now, and we're looking forward to see what he's going to do this week. We got a big task this week. I mean, when you look at Detroit, I tell you, Dave Phipp is phenomenal. All his teams has always been top 5. On a bad year for him, top 10. The kicker has a toolbox, Austin. I think he's their attempted 3 surprise onside. They recovered 2. They faked multiple punts this year. His units, Dave's units are playing at a high level. So it's a big task for us, and I think it's a great task and a great challenge going into the playoffs. So we're excited about matching up with these guys.
Did you have another?
Yeah, you sort of touched on it, Mo, but if I'm the Detroit Lions, it's my last game, we're 2-13-1, I'm throwing out everything, in the kitchen sink. Is that kind of what you're telling your guys?
Absolutely. Not only telling them, that's what we're practicing and preparing for.
You mentioned the Lions, but I was going to ask you about Raymond too. He just came up the COVID list, I believe, yesterday or today. I forget which, but he's averaging 11 something on punt returns.
Yeah, Khalif. I remember when Khalif was coming out of college, I had the opportunity to write him up. I always thought he was going to be a really good returner, and it's manifesting right now. So I'm real excited to go against Khalif, just because it's always fun when you see someone in college and you kind of do write-ups and you see what they can be. So now it's time to try to hold him at bay, so to speak.